Take.
In the past, many civilizations, many great civilizations, when faced with external aggression, had to bite the dust and were completely wiped out from the face of the earth. In stark contrast, the Indian civilization, which had experienced numerous vigorous encounters, has stood the test of time. This in itself is no mean achievement and something which every Indian should be proud of. Let me give you a few snippets of India's contribution to the world. First, the iconic London Bridge was made of Indian steel. Many of the ships of the East India Company were made in India. In mathematics, we were so advanced that we had terms for numbers as large as 10 to the power 545. We were the ones who gave the world trigonometry, calculus, infinite series, and so much. Not just that, we knew the art of making rust-free iron. The pillar at Delhi is a standing example of the rust-free iron that the ancient Indians could make. Recently, the Ford Foundation tied up with Professor R. Balasubramaniam of the Indian Institute of Technology to come up or to recreate the rust-free material which could be used in their engines. Similarly, the US Atomic Energy Commission wanted rust-free materials so that they can dump the radioactive waste. That has been the contribution of this nation. In addition to that, there have been many rishis who were able to give the speed of light, who were able to tell the circumference of the earth, and much more. All these things would not have been possible unless there was an excellent education system. Students from all over the world, ranging from China, Japan, Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, and West Asia, had come to this nation in search of knowledge. Ying Jing, the famous Buddhist monk and traveler, first went to Indonesia to study Sanskrit and then came to India after being prepared in Sanskrit. The Nalanda University, which had 8,500 to 10,000 students, had 100 lectures every single day. And on top of that, only 20% of the total number of students actually pass the exam and get an entry into the Nalanda University. In fact, there were a lot of coaching centers in and around Nalanda helping students to break and get into the Nalanda University. And not just that, there were great Indian mathematicians and astronomers of major universities who were leading the scientific establishments of China. So there is much more in terms of our progress, and it was not restricted to just the men. Let me quote Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on the status of women in ancient India. He had said that it is very clear from Panini's Ashtadhyayi that women went to Gurukulas and studied the various branches of the Vedas. He continues that the Patanjali's Mahabhashya also gives enough clue that women were teachers of Vedas and taught the female students. And not just that, there were great amount of rishinis who debate with rishis on the most abstruse topics. Not just then, sometime later, when in the time of Chandragupta Maurya, the innermost ring of the bodyguards were always women. That gives a clue into the amount of confidence that society had on women. And in addition to that, women were expected to learn the 64 arts, which included painting, poetry, music, dance, and even Kama. And in addition to that, sometime more recently, if you look at the Vijayanagar Empire, Domingo Paez, a traveler, records that he found women wielding the sword and the shield, who would be wrestling, who would be porters, who would blow the trumpet, and even washing folks. So that was the amount of activities that the women were involved in ancient India. Not just then, even the semantics that we use until today state that the women are actually the people who matter in the household. Let me give you an example. The Sanskrit word for the husband is grihastha, which actually means the person who resides in the home. Whereas the woman is called grihini, meaning the owner of the home. Similarly, in Tamil, the word for the husband is il arattan. Il arattan means the one who does dharmic rites in the house. And the term for the wife is illattarasi. Illattarasi or manaivi, where illattarasi means the queen of the home or manaivi meaning the owner of the home. So this clearly states the perception that we had with regards to women. It was not just with regards to women, but even with nature. Let me give you an example of how much we have valued nature. There is a small village called Kejdali near Jodhpur in Rajasthan. And in this village, there were 363 people who gave up their lives in order to save the trees in the locality. This is unparalleled and never heard of in the entire world. And not just that, when you take, for example, a question which was asked to the Mahakavi Subramanya Bharati on where can one find God, he replies in a very beautiful poem saying, Kelappa Seedane, Kadudai Ondrai, Kirana Pandriinai, Telai Kandu, Avatrin Kalai Parthu, Iru Karangalum Siraimel Kupi, Shankara Shankara Endru Panidal Vendum. This noble thought is never been heard of in any other part of the world. And that has been the importance that the Indian society has given to environment. And finally, with regards to diverse opinions, we have been a nation which has always taken diverse opinions and respected each other and indulged in a process of dialogue. The example I would like to give is from the Tamil Shaiva Siddhantam. The Tamil Shaiva Siddhantam actually states that there are 24 other samayams or religions in addition to Shaivism. And they have categorized this into 4 parts, saying Aga Samayam, Purachamayam, Agapurachamayam, Purapurachamayam. And the final one, in the Purapurachamayam, the last one is called Nirishwara Vadam, which is actually Nir-Ishwara Vadam, which is atheism. So if you look at it, the atheists or who did not believe in God were not persecuted, nor were they actually people who were asked to go out of the society, but they were an integral part of the society. And that is the reason why people like Charvaka and Jabali, who are the proponents of atheism, were given the honorific title of a rishi. This again is never heard of in the world, and that is why I feel Mera Bharat Mahan. Thank you.